Hi, good morning everyone. I hope all of you guys are doing well. So this morning I'm going to surprise all of you by showing you the hard work that I've put in and finally have come out with this beautiful book on answer writing. This is published by McGraw. It is the same company that has published legendary books like Lakshmikant, Polity, and also the book by Nitin Singhania, the Art and Culture book. You might know of these books already. And this answer writing book is complete with all the details you need to study for UPSC. So the foreword is written by none other than Nitin Singhania sir himself, who has supported me a lot in the journey. And after that, the contents of the book, as you can see here, I have shared with you all from starting how you can start your journey of UPSC, how you can start answer writing UPSC to handling the question, the answer writing. Then after that, how you can evaluate yourself. No one will teach you how to evaluate yourself. This is something, a big missing link in most of UPSC aspirants. And then various papers solved from 2017 to 2023. Many of the papers of GS have been solved, and I have also given some additional questions so that you can prepare from them. So even last year question paper has been solved. So all these different things have been covered in this book, which has taken me almost not 1 to 2 3 years cycle to come up with, right? So a lot of hard work has gone into it. If you want, please go ahead. I have posted the link. You can refer to this book for yourself, and if you have any questions about it, you can ask me. I will put a community post about this, a Twitter post about this, and I'm very sure this is one book which will really help you to kind of take out one aspect of your preparation and handle it in detail. See, I believe a lot in the frameworks, how to create frameworks and how to create ground rules in order to find success in what you're doing. So I have done that. Now I will go to the main part of the video, which is about creating virtuous cycles, positive cycles in your UPSC preparation. And this is what I will talk to you about today. I'm going to talk about one thing that UPSC aspirants, many of them, thousands of them, reach out to me and ask me every once in a while, sir, am I on the right track? They keep asking me when they're studying for UPSC, whether they are trying to study for prelims, whether they're trying to study for answer writing, mains, or whether they're just starting their studies, they're in the early phase of their UPSC preparation, civil services preparation, or whether they are in the phase when they have cleared prelims and they are preparing for optional, essay, etc. Throughout all these different phases, UPSC aspirants often wonder whether they are on the right track or not, because there is always this little bit of confusion that where do I stand in comparison to other aspirants. You want to know whether, if you are getting, let's say in prelims test series, lot of students ask on forums etc. that I am getting 95 marks in my prelims test series, 80 marks, 100 marks in my vision or some other test series of Insights IAS, whether this is good enough. Then they will post their questions and answers after answer writing, and they will also ask again whether they are good enough. So all these kind of questions keep trickling in the mind of IAS aspirants, and they are confused a little bit about whether they are on the right track or not. So today in this video, I will tell you a few ways in which you can recognize, you can understand yourself, you can evaluate, because not all of us have mentors, not all of us have ability to hire a personal counselor who can tell us, and even those counselors might not be 100% correct. So I will tell you how in a few steps you can at least know up to 60, 70, 80% whether you are on the right track or not. So the first thing that I want you to know is, or I want you to do is that completely kind of accept the confusion itself. There is nothing wrong about this confusion, whether where you are going, how are you doing. These are very natural questions to ask when you are appearing for this exam. And why? Well, because this is a very dynamic exam. Today you might be studying for economics, tomorrow you might be studying for polity, day after tomorrow you have to study for history, art and culture. All these different kind of things, when you're studying, they require different aptitude, they require different ways of studying, there will be different kind of facts and things to learn when you're studying them. So when you're studying all these different kind of things, obviously some subjects you might be good at, some subjects you might not be that great at, so confusion will arise. But what you have to stick by is certain ground rules to accept and reduce this confusion. Now, what are these ground rules? What are these ground rules that can help you to reduce this confusion, that can help you to accept this confusion and still keep going strong? Well, number one ground rule is that have a proper method of studying. I have told you in my many videos what that method is. How you can read a book properly, what kind of things you should be absorbing from books, what kind of things you should be ignoring from books, how you should be practicing previous year questions, etc., etc. All that is part of the ground rules. So it is very important for you to have a method while you are studying for UPSC. Focus on this method, focus on this process. Don't focus on what so much कि मुझे लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ना है, मुझे आंसर राइटिंग करनी है. Don't focus on these kind of things. Focus on the process, why and how you will do this, how and when will you do this. That is more important. So I used to always focus on the process, that I will read a certain number of pages per day. Okay, I used to do PYQs once in every while to re-evaluate where I was standing and then come back to fix my mistakes. For example, let's say I am doing answer writing. So in answer writing, I will write a couple of answers. I will write an answer writing proper. I will do the mains answer writing course, or I will write a mains answer writing test series. Not a course, sorry, but test series. So once I write the test series and once I get the feedback from the concerned institute, after that I will take a fresh look at it, what I have missed out. I will compare it to the toppers. Obviously they will have all different ways to write, but some similarities or some ways you can see what they wrote and what they didn't write. All these things I will do in order to reduce my confusion, come to some ground rules, and even in some cases accept the confusion and keep moving on. ये लाइफ में क्या होता है ना, lot of times confusion will keep going, but you have no option but to keep going with that confusion. Then only you will progress, and it's all right, because one day will come when this confusion will go away and you will do well. So that is number one thing when you're preparing for UPSC, how to get out of this confused mindset, or how to at least know if you are on the right track or not. Okay. Now the second thing I want you to do is consistently test yourself. Test yourself. This is very important. Lot of times students don't do this, aspirants don't do this for a long time. They will keep studying, they will keep wasting their time reading different kind of sources, but they will never test themselves. I always tested myself by doing PYQs, by doing some answer writing, or like I told you about the answer writing book also that recently I have come up with. In this answer writing book, you can go ahead and practice hundreds and hundreds of previous year questions and other questions that I have given here, and actually test yourself whether some of these features you are adding in your particular questions or not. Okay, so that is very, very important for you to do. So I would encourage you to keep testing yourself, similarly for PYQs, similarly for answer writing and other things. So that is a very important way to know where you stand and improve. Analogy of this is simple. When any athlete is practicing, let's say you're practicing for running professionally, you want to run a marathon of 42 kilometers professionally. Okay, you have to test yourself every once in a while. You can't be just running mindlessly trying to beat a timing of 3 hours or whatever you want to run in. You have to try different routes, you have to try different weathers, you have to try different shoes in which you are running. You have to try all these different situations. So previous year questions are meant for that. Answer writing questions are meant for that. That you can try yourself in different situations and see what you are doing, how you are doing, and that way you will become stronger and stronger. Okay, so consistently testing yourself is very, very important, and accepting the confusion itself is very, very important, because that way you will know how you are doing, where you are going when it comes to the UPSC preparation. Okay, now the third thing I wanted to tell you, the last thing that I wanted to tell you would be simply about the fact that there is nothing wrong in the confusion that you are facing. It is very natural. That's why I told you that you should accept it. But also the fact that sometimes when you have to stay in the right track, you have to push yourself. So even if you are confused, confusion will lead to normally chaos. But you should always try to avoid this anxiety, chaos by having a good outlet. So don't keep yourself locked in, chained or locked in. By this I mean is full 12 hours a day you are studying inside your house, not leaving your house, not doing any activities, not refreshing yourself, because that way you will bottle up and you will blast someday. Your mind will just give up and then you will not feel like doing anything. Instead of that, have a good clean routine of 8 hours of studying in a day. And this 8 hours of studying in a day should be accompanied by 1 to 2 hours of some kind of physical exercise, where you walk or you go for a gym. Don't tire yourself too much, but do it so that your body stays fit and stays active. Once in a while, meet your friends, spend time with your friends. That is very important, because your friends will be your greatest strength along this journey, and that will also help you to keep fresh. Entertain yourself by watching a movie or so once in a while. Every 2 or 3 weeks I used to go to watch a movie. So, and these are all your rewards for working hard. So have your targets. I will do this, 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 and then reward yourself. So this will become a nice, good, positive circle, positive cycle, which will help you to even perform better. When you work hard, test yourself, okay, then reward yourself, and then this motivates you even further. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about today, the virtuous cycle or the positive cycle of UPSC that you should create. Work hard, test yourself fairly, okay, reward yourself for your hard work, and then that will lead to your motivation. And then further you work hard. So if you create this virtuous cycle, virtual positive cycle of UPSC preparation, then I assure you, you will do very, very well in your UPSC exam.